PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the afternoon Weather Extreme video. This is for March the 27th for Thursday. What a beautiful day in progress across the state. Let's take a look at some of the Skycam images across our great state this afternoon. We'll start with a big old barge coming down the Tom Bigby River. That's the view from Demopolis. That barge is heading south. Right around the bend there is the Demopolis Lock and Dam. Those barges go through those locks and go all the way down to Mobile Bay and wherever they need to go from there. Speaking of that, there's a look at the water at Gulf Shores, the Gulf of Mexico, coming from our Skycam on top of the Phoenix All Suites. A lot of folks out there enjoying the nice day. Now, it's cooler down there because that water is about 60 degrees, and that's keeping the air temperatures in the 60s while we're in the 70s up here. And a peek at the steel jungle of downtown Birmingham. That's the view from the top of the Daniel Building. The flow across the country today, zonal. And accordingly, the cold air is gone, and we're warming up nicely. Look at all the 70s on the board at early afternoon. That's at 1 o'clock today. We've got 72 in looks like Huntsville and Birmingham, 74 down in Montgomery, 76 over in Columbus. And mid-70s are likely tomorrow as well. Look at the 80s back in Texas. Don't think we'll see any 80s around here, but 70s will feel awfully nice for the next few days. We note on the Day 1 convective outlook a slight risk of severe weather for Tulsa, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Springfield, up into southern Missouri there. But all of that will stay north of us today and tomorrow. And accordingly, that's where the heaviest rain should be through Tuesday morning of next week. This is the rain for the next 5 days. Rains of 3 to 4 inches likely across parts of Missouri up into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Heavier rain around Shreveport, but around here, just not that much. And quite frankly, this run of the GFS a little discouraging for a big beneficial rain in the next week. This is where we are at 1 o'clock tomorrow at 500 millibars. The primary westerlies are north of here. At the surface, a front and a weakening phase will be just north of Alabama. So we think the showers will stay north of here tomorrow, maybe a few creeping down into the Tennessee Valley. And then Saturday, the front kind of drifts down in here, and like we've talked about all week, there will be some chance of scattered showers and maybe a thunderstorm, but nothing especially heavy, no washout. Sunday, it's the wedge, a little cold air damming coming down from the east. Note that 1,036 millibar high that's over Boston, and you can see how that wedges down into the southeast United States. And again, Sunday might be a day where the western part of the state will be around 70. The eastern part of the state will be closer to 60. And the chance of rain looks pretty small. There could be a rogue shower somewhere, but much of the day should be dry. Monday of next week looks dry. New front and system getting its act together off to the west. But Tuesday, by golly, this run keeps the upper support way up north, which really lessens the chance of beneficial rain. There's a look at the trailing cold front coming down through here. And yes, there will be a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday, but if this is right, all of the good dynamic support will be way up north. So hopefully we'll pick up a half inch with that. And again, there's plenty of time for this look to change, too. This is just a model run. The weather's going to do what it's going to do. Wednesday of next week will be dry. Thursday, here comes the next system. 1 week from today, 1,004 millibar low near Kansas City. And then on Friday the 4th, and again, this time the GFS weakens it and lifts it way north of us, and it's the same deal. We just catch a little weakening front. So, unfortunately, prospects of beneficial rain, if this run is right, don't look that good next week despite those two opportunities. Really, the best look on this run is 4 days later, April 8th. Good-looking trough there. That would be awfully wet and stormy if this is right, and that's a big if. Obviously, we're having a hard time with systems next week. You can forget about trying to figure out this thing on the 8th of April. And at the end of the cycle, that looks relatively benign, kind of a west to northwest flow there and some weak vortmax. But again, we're just peaking out there. That's pure voodoo country. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog, AlabamaWX.com. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.